more than physical. I am here with a trainer, my friend, someone who's very much so into physical health and mental health as well, and she has her own little journey. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Porsche.
What do you do, Porsche?
What do? I like to work out. I also work at a hotel. But yeah, I like to work out.
When did your fitness journey start?
My fitness journey started last year. In January, I told myself I was gonna go to the gym at least 3 times a week. And now I'm here.
And you getting it every day, I see.
Every day, except Sunday. That's my chill day.
So why did you start your fitness journey? What inspired that?
Well, I would always start, but I would never finish. So I would go for like very inconsistent. I would start and I'd go for like 2 weeks, literally, and I'd get my hair done. And I'd be like, I'm done. I don't want to sweat my hair. I can't do it. I want to eat fried food and chips and candy and pop all day. So yeah.
Okay. Since this COVID thing been going on, this pandemic, how have you handled that? You still, I mean, I've seen it. You still been consistent with working out, but how has that affected you? Whether it be, how has it affected, you know, your work life? How has it affected your mental health, things of that nature?
Well, I've been off work for like 3 months now.
Jesus.
March 19th was my last day of work, and I was devastated. I literally cried when my manager called me and told me that, you know, we had to be laid off, you know, due to the whole pandemic. So it was devastating because I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills. I have to, well, that actually wasn't a main concern for me, actually, because my rent is good, like it was paid, you know.
Yeah.
But I just felt like I would go crazy being at home by myself, not doing anything. I don't live with my grandmother anymore, so if I was with her, it was like she would keep me busy doing something. But you know, being at home, now I just have to deal with myself.
Yeah.
And you know,
how's that? How are you dealing with yourself besides working out? What are you doing at home?
It actually helped me because I was able to sign up for therapy. I have a therapist now, so that's something that I've done.
Hey, therapy.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your therapist?
Her name is Dr. Stafford.
How did you meet Dr. Stafford?
This guy. This is how I met him.
Not through me, but through one of our one of the past interviews I did with Tiffany. Tiffany shouted out her therapist. And then now Portia's using the same therapist. I might have to end up going to the same therapist. I know a lot of people that, I know at least 3 or 4 people that refer her. How has that affected you? Like, how are you coming to sort of like this self-realization through therapy?
It is amazing because I've had a lot of childhood trauma that I've like carried with me as like to my, you know, me being an adult now. And I felt like, okay, I'm gonna just push it to the back of my mind, and that's my way of dealing with everything, and just like move forward. But that's not working. It's not helping. It hasn't helped at all, because I still have moments where, you know, I just like spaz out or can't really deal with my emotions or can't handle my anger. So talking to someone that's like helping me figure out why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling and being able to just release my raw emotions is amazing. Like, I really freaking love it, and I can't believe that I went 26 years without, you know, talking to somebody, because I've dealt with so much stuff as a kid. So, you know, being able to talk about it, why I feel how I feel, and just feels like a weight is just lifted off my shoulders. I love it.
That's good. And I feel like that's what therapy should be, or that's that feeling that you should get after therapy. The same feeling that you get like after a workout.
Definitely. Oh yes, yes.
That's why I say like those 2 things, which leads to the kind of the title of like these interviews is more than just physical. Working out, you get that same sort of rush, that release, that, you know, lightweight feeling. You get that same feeling when you're talking to a therapist. Yeah. So do you recommend, obviously, do you recommend therapy then?
I would recommend anybody everybody to go talk to a therapist, because some people think like, oh, people are gonna think that I'm crazy, or I don't want anybody to look at me like I'm weird or something like that. No, it like really helps. It really helps, like, because we all have stuff that we go through, and sometimes we can't go to a family member or a friend, you know, to talk about these things. So being able to just have someone there that allows you to just release everything, it's amazing, because that's what I do. I literally talk the entire freaking time doing my sessions, and she's just like, go ahead, just talk. Whatever you want to talk about, that's what I'm here for. So it feels amazing. Everybody, like I said, even if you feel like I haven't been through anything, nothing has really happened to me, like, still do it.
So you mentioned childhood trauma. In what ways would you think that childhood traumas, or what ways would you say that childhood traumas affected like who you were pre-therapy? Like, since you're in therapy now, are you able to kind of gauge how you were before then, and certain emotions, certain actions, certain things you do?
Yes, because growing up, like, I had horrible relationships with the men. So my dad, he passed away when I was a kid. My little brother, I watched him pass away from cancer when we were kids. I never really had like a father figure that was like in my life. So around like 15, I ended up moving with my uncle and my aunt. And my uncle, he was like really lovey-dovey, like, I love you, you know, want to hug, things of that nature. And it was weird for me, because I'm like, I'm not used to this. And then also as a kid, a lot of people, my friends don't even really notice, but I've had like family members, you know, try to molest me and stuff like that. So when I would have men like get close to me, it was like weird for me.
Close.
Yeah, it was like I'm cautious, like. And now as an adult, it's like I pushed it to the back of my mind, and I tried to, you know, it's like I feel like I can deal with it myself. But the relationships that I have with men from dating, it's horrible, because I never really saw like real relationships or, you know, like good men. So when I do come across one, it's like I mess it up because of my own insecurities. I can't really deal with my emotions the way that I want to. So yeah, childhood trauma is like, that's why, like I said, if I would have dealt with some of these things when I was a kid, the way that I am now would be totally different. But that's why I'm so happy to be going to therapy, because it's never too late. I have the opportunity to change who I am, to work on myself for the better. So yeah, that's exactly where I am right now in my life. So it feels great.
And I'm proud that you seek therapy. I'm proud that you followed through, that you did it. You can follow her social media. It'll be somewhere, wherever the description is, on whatever platform I post this on. She shows her own transformation. She's super inspiring, like even on Facebook. Yeah, super inspiring. You talked about relationships briefly. Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not in a relationship. I am open. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, hey, shameless plug, fellas. Trying to throw y'all the who want to slam dunk it.
No, I'm not in a relationship. I'm single.
Are you looking to date, or are you on that self?
I'm open to meeting people, but I want to make sure. It took me a while to where I was like okay with myself, like self-love. Yeah. So I'm still working on that. And like I said, I'm not looking for anything, because it's like when you look for something, it's like there's too much.
That come
exactly.
With it, yeah.
So, you know, I'm okay with meeting people. I'm 27, so if I meet somebody that I feel like is my husband, the person that I need to be with, then I'm totally okay with that. But you know, right now, I'm just living my life like it's golden.
Living your life like it's golden. I love it. Hey, you like it, I love it. Last thing I want to talk about is, I want to ask this question. When I say mental health, what pops up in your mind? mental health?
My therapist, she asked me, she said, if you could rate yourself physically, what would you rate? And I said, I give myself an 8. And she said, if you
8 out
could
of 10?
rate, she said, if you could rate yourself on the inside, what would it be? And I said, a 3. And that's like
So why is that
a problem, like, because like I said, so much trauma and shit like that, like my insides, that's what I think about when I hear mental health. How are your insides? How do you feel on the inside? Like, we can look good, you know, we can work on the outside, our physical, but how do you feel on the inside? That's like the main thing, and that's why I want to try to encourage women, men as well. I have a lot of women that, you know, hit me up and they like, oh, I don't really like but I tell them, like, you have to love yourself, period, before anything. Before you start working out, how do you feel on the inside?
Exactly.
That's the main thing that matters, because when you love yourself on the inside, everything else is just a plus.
Exactly.
So that's like mental, like, we really have to like work on, like I said, how we feel on the inside, because a lot of people are so insecure, and I hate seeing women like, oh, I wish I was this skinny, or I want to get, no, just love yourself. You have to, that's it. I wake up every day, I look in the mirror, I say, I love you, you're beautiful, you're amazing. That's it.
And you say you started your fitness journey about a year ago, right? So to tap into that, a lot of people don't understand that, like, fitness is a journey. Fitness is not a destination, right? So you want to lose a certain amount of pounds. And I had okay, let's bring up a client moment. I had a client come to me and ask if she could lose 20 pounds by the end of the month. I said, ma'am, that's impossible. You didn't gain 20 pounds in that month. There's no way you're gonna lose that 20 pounds in a month. So if you go to her page, if you go to Porsche's page, you'll see her transformation, and she said she started a year from now. So while her body looks great now, it took a whole 365 days and maybe some change for her to get to where she is now. And that's just the physical side. So when we talk about just a human transformation, not body transformation, not just losing 20 pounds, it's losing that weight and making sure you're okay up here. Because you don't want to focus on one side and neglect the other side.
Right.
You kind of want to, they both come together. So in closing, is there anything that you want to leave, any message you want to leave the people?
I just want to say, love yourself, be happy. We only have one life to live, so we have to enjoy it while we're here. Love your body. Whether, you know, you think it's too late for you to start working out, it's not too late. As long as you're here, you're able to get up, do something, do it. Don't focus on what somebody else is doing. Focus on you. Love yourself before anything, and everything else is just gonna play out the way it's supposed to play. And that's it. Follow me.
All right, I love it. They already follow me if they see the video. But I love the shameless plug. Follow us both. I'll leave the social media stuff and I'll tag her in the video. I can put it on Instagram. Her description or her social media outlet will be in the description for YouTube. All that good stuff. She left out on a good message. Thank you for doing this interview with me.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it.
Excuse my hair, y'all.
I'm in my hair too. All right, thank you. Bye.
You don't say bye. See you later.
Okay, see you later.